Hey everyone, James here, just with a quick update of just some bits and pieces that I've been doing back on site, back at the desk from being away for the week, and really just taking a bit of time to, first off, it's basically just working from a different particular place, this work from home environment that we've got. Now you can sort of move everywhere, which is fantastic. And I've been doing it from down there. It is close to grass, it is close to dams, land, water. Good chance to talk to some of the locals, good chance to talk to some of the people who know what they're talking about with weather patterns and everything that is going on. In 2020, we did do quite well out of the La Nina. I'm going to get them right. The La Nina switch that happened. And I remember this in COVID at the bottoms, at the slumps of COVID. I did go long food, which was fantastic. I'm really happy with that going charging into food as we did. This one and that went quite well, and we exited that, and that was good. That was the La Nina, the shortage of food supplies, also with the food supply chain sort of collapsing as they were during COVID. We sort of saw that was a real situation. Similar situation, or also another situation that we saw was the the actual warmer winter in Europe that they just recently had, that we saw the predictions of a warmer weather through Europe, which was going to mean less natural gas usage, able to get their natural gas supplies back topped up again. They were able to do that. We didn't rush into the panic of the European natural gas situation, which was really good. Now, not blowing my horns on that or anything at all, but the real sort of what I'm looking at now is the change that we are going into an El Nino effect, and that's the interesting one. So our local Bureau of Meteorology has it at a 50% chance of so we're in a neutral zone now. La Nina is now officially done. It was declared done in March, and we're now looking at the end of the year, potentially 50% chance of the El Nino effect taking place over on the Australian side. The American, it's the Association of Oceanography, or I've got that wrong, but anyway, it's the Administration of Oceanography. That's the actual government department. They've got a 62% chance of El Nino kicking off in their summertime, so higher at theirs, but that we always move in different oscillations. So not to get too bogged down in that, that's what we're looking at in that regard. Now, that's something to keep in mind, but the play that we're looking at now, and the guys here have said, okay, that's fantastic, we've looked at it. Do we go back and buy food again? And I've gone, no, I don't think we go back and buy food again on this one. This has got more of a troubling situation ring to it. We could see some huge weather extremes going on in Asia. We're looking at Chinese records, Laotian records, Vietnamese and Thailand records. Just some incredible things that are going on for their heat. I don't think this is a real big food. We've got a rice shortage throughout Asia. That's also incredible that's going on. I don't think that's going to take a backward step as quick as people think that it will. Very interesting. But I think that probably water is where you'd want to be, and this might be the chance for water to really crack out. So I put my note out just now to my clients, just having a look at some water related, not going into anything at the moment. We're just looking, because I don't think it's a chance to charge into anything at the current time. There will be a time for that, and I'm going to really time it as best as I possibly can. Probably sometime in the next couple of weeks, I'll be looking at that if we decide to go into it as well, and switching into that, and that being my next big thematic rotation into something like this. And we've had a little bit of a gap because hydrogen, speaking of water, hydrogen, something that was good, that wasn't good. I'm just going to make sure that there's actually some lasting theme in this, and really go into it and see where government strategies is holding in water, see where government moves are actually going to be in water. So that's something that I'm just looking towards as well. Look, apart from that, that's the Monday that we've got. I do think that thinning out some equities here, definitely in the States, would probably do you well. And moving into this May period, which is probably going to be a little bit weaker. We've seen the peak of everything. We're looking at tech stocks trading on 25 times, which 25 times would be okay at really low interest rates, but it's just not. That's enough for me to have a look at as well. Little bits and pieces. Larry Fink from BlackRock sold 7% of his holding, $25 million worth of stock. Okay, big deal. That happens all the time. But I mean, I just sort of see more reasons to be a seller than a buyer at these particular levels here, and that's where I will be playing it if I can. So on that note, I'm going to let you go. Make sure you get out to a service if you can tomorrow. Dawn service, it's fantastic. There's no points, there's no medals, there's no awards for it, but if you get a chance to, make sure that you get yourself, and especially if you can get your kids out to go and see something, a march, lots of role models out there. Get your girls out there to go and see the women leaders out in the march. I do like doing that as well. So that's the situation. We'll be able to crack on with the rest of the week once that day is done, and I wish you all the best. Now, have a good one. I'm pretty sure that that's all that I had to say. Just keep an eye on water, And I've got an idea on water, which I'm actually going to release there, but it's gone out to clients to have a bit of a look now, and I'll be doing that later on. Anyway, thanks very much, and have yourself a good evening. Stay safe. Bye.